yeah, I got so used to letting myself down that it was normal to not make progress. So I stuck with normal. Guys, I filmed this video yesterday and I hated the way I looked, so I'm gonna try to do another version, a much more organized, shorter version, while I do my makeup for the day. A couple of days ago, let me use, because there's an echo in here, so I'm gonna use my phone as a mic also. So the other day I did some soul searching because I've been feeling very uninspired to post on YouTube, very dissatisfied with my life, struggling with feelings of like envy toward like other people that I see on the internet. And I kind of lost like, by the way, sorry, I just filmed a video for TikTok for this lip gloss from Clinique, the Black Honey Pop. Favorites, fall shade, easily. It looks so good. But anyways, that's why my lips are already done. But I felt very, I've been feeling very uninspired to post. Like even now that I'm done with my book, I was just feeling very like, what will I post and what would even be the point of posting? And so I was really digging deep into like why I feel this way. And I remember I was talking to my uncle, I think it was last week or the week before, and I was telling him I felt like a failure on YouTube because I didn't reach the goals that I had set for myself as far as reaching the 100,000 subscribers and like having 10% of my subscriber count watching my videos and stuff like that. And he said something to me that was very like important, and I really wanted to make sure I did that before I came back, or like before I started posting again. And he said to maybe rethink what I think success is for me, and that way I won't feel like a failure, and to redefine what success is, because so far my idea of success has been so heavily based on analytics that I took the joy of creating away, which I've said countless times. But it really got to a point where like I had no motivation, no inspiration whatsoever to post. And so I really got to the bottom of that, and I was like, well, why do I not feel inspired to post? What do I think success is? Why do I even post on YouTube anymore? What is the point of all this? And in a nutshell, the reason why I started posting on YouTube is because I wanted to document different journeys that I was going through at certain times of my life. For example, I started posting updates about my hair with my relaxer when I had a relaxer, and I was taking biotin. I wanted to document the journey of like growing my hair out. I obviously went natural since then, so it's not really as relevant. But then I also wanted to document my flexibility journey, me stretching to see if I can get my splits. And I think today that still stands true, like me wanting to document the journey of becoming the woman that I envision myself to be. But I realized that like the problem is I haven't been putting in the work to become the woman that I envision myself to be. It's called like self-image, like who you envision yourself as, like how you view yourself. the way I view myself is, or the way that I appear right now, I don't feel, not even just the way that I appear, the way that I live my life, the way I look, the stages of life that I'm in right now, they are not currently in line with who I want to be. And I think I was so dissatisfied with that I felt like uninspired to film my life, because like it didn't look like what I wanted it to look like. I wasn't being the person that I wanted to be. And that was the root of all of my envy, like seeing people who were once or like when you see people like who are like once in the same boat as you upgrade to like a yacht or a cruise ship or even a jet ski, like it sparked like envy in me, because I want that for myself too. And I'm not talking about literal boats, yachts, or jet skis. It's just it was just a metaphor to say like people are like achieving what they want for themselves and growing as a person, and it made me feel envious because I also want to grow as a person. So then the question was, well, why aren't you putting in the work to get there? Because that's what they're doing and that's what you could be doing. And I realized that I just didn't feel like I was good enough to become the vision of myself that I had in my head. So then it was like, well, is the vision of yourself that you have in your head even realistic? Like, can you truly fulfill the person that you want to be? And I was like, yeah, it is realistic. Like, for example, some of my goals, I just want to have, and my skin is pretty clear, but like clearing up acne marks, getting fit, losing weight in my face, because for some reason, everything goes straight to my face. Being more physically fit, saving up money, finally getting my own place, and like living the aesthetic, cute life that I want to live, creating aesthetically pleasing and like very cinematic videos, things of that nature. That's the type of things that I envision for myself. I have like a specific wardrobe that I want to embody, the type of woman that I want to embody. I really want to grow my hair out, because I don't think I've ever grown my hair out past like here. So I really want to push myself to like see how long I can grow my hair out, like those types of things. And they're things that I can achieve. I just haven't been putting in the work. And I realized I haven't been putting in the work because I didn't feel good enough. And I was like, well, you know, why don't you feel good enough? And I was saying, well, I don't feel good enough to become that person, because every time I try to become that person, I suck at it. And so then I had to say, well, and this is me having a conversation with myself in my notes app. And I have that conversation on my blog, if you want to go read that. But I was like, well, I was asking myself, well, is it realistic to be good at something you've never done? Like, is it fair to expect yourself to be good at being a person you've never been before? And I was like, no. I am going to be bad at being the person I want to be until I get good at being the person I want to be. And I had to give myself grace. Like, when you're trying to become a new person, every day is practice to put in the work and the habits that the person you want to be embodies. So like wanting to exercise consistently, you're going to have to start off in a place where you're not consistent and then work your way up to being consistent. If the person you want to be is consistent at working out, then maybe you have to start at being inconsistent before you get to being consistent. But it means you have to show up every day and understand that you're not going to look perfect when you're trying to get to be that person. Every day you are practicing being who you want to be, and you're going to be bad at it. You're going to be bad at it until you get good at it. And once you're good at it, that's when you realize you have become who you've been trying to become all this time. So I'm trying to get comfortable being bad at it, because I'm so used to being good at stuff that I hate being bad at stuff. I like to be high achieving, yeah, so then once I realized that that was why I wasn't feeling inspired to post, that it was my fault. You don't feel inspired to post your life because you're not putting in the work to get to the life you want. Because when I imagine putting in the work to get where I want, I feel inspired to film that. But I haven't felt inspired to like film my life lately because I didn't really feel like I was putting in the work necessary, or putting in the work that made my life worth watching. And I remember saying something in my notes app. I was like, it's okay. I feel perfectly fine. It's fun to film your life when you're on top of the world, but what happens when the world is on top of you? And I had to realize, like, I'm in control of that. So I say all this to say that not showing up for myself was, for me, the reason why I felt so uninspired to like film anymore. And so then once I realized that, I realized why I wanted to film. I want to film the journey of me becoming who I want to be. I want to look good, feel good, film good, and post it. And I won't be the woman I want to be up front, and that's okay because I'm working to get there. But if I'm not working to get there, I'm just letting myself down. And I think it got so easy to not put in the work because it's comfortable to be in a place you've been for so long. It's uncomfortable to be in a place you haven't been, or to step into making moves to be who you haven't been before. So, yeah, I got so used to letting myself down that it was normal to not make progress. So I stuck with normal. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So now I know what my new idea of success is. My new idea of success is to create something I'm proud of, be someone that I'm proud of, even if it's not perfect, even if it's not what I want it to look like yet. Showing up for myself and doing something that I'm proud of is what my goal is. That's how I know I've been successful. Not by like the numbers and like that outward approval. Even though that stuff, I love it when my stuff has meaning and it resonates with others, but I needed to figure out an internal measure of success. And for me, it's when I can create something that I'm obsessed with watching. Like you know those jokes on social media where it's like you post on your story or your friend posts on their story and you hear them replaying it over and over all day? That's how I am about my work. Like, that's how I know that I created something I truly love, is if I can just watch it over and over and I'm obsessed with it. So that's the standard. That's when I know I've done something successfully for me. It was when I can create something. Actually, let me read it out for you. Let me read out the actual definition that I created. So I said, how will you determine your success on YouTube? And I said, by creating videos I enjoy watching creatively and aesthetically. I like watching my own videos over and over. So if I make a video I'm obsessed with watching or that I'm proud to look at, then I have succeeded. And now I know what my why is, just to repeat that because I didn't really repeat that clearly. I want to document my journey to becoming who I want to be. I want to document my journey of becoming who I want to be, showing up for myself so that I can live the life that I want. Success is showing up for myself the way I want to so I can be proud of myself. So yeah, that is my new why, and that is that's my new why, and that's what success is for me now. And I feel like now that I know all of this, it feels better to be able to hold myself accountable for why I haven't been inspired, as well as redefine what success is so that I can keep going and not put myself down and not lose my joy for creating, because I love doing this, but for like the last 6 or 7 months I have not really enjoyed it as much as I have in the past. So yeah, I just wanted to come share that. Hopefully it wasn't too all over the place, but I have a blog post with all of the questions and the answers that I asked myself, so that you can like read through what exactly the thought process that I went through was and what that looked like. Maybe it'll help you if you are struggling with inspiration or you feel like a failure. It'll help you kind of get to the root of why you feel that way. Mine is geared more towards YouTube, but you can gear it towards whatever you need to. But yeah, I need to get the extra mascara off my eyelid, so I'm gonna go now. But thanks for watching. I'll be back in Texas this weekend, and then we'll get the ball rolling with all the vlogs. But I've been enjoying family, helping out with my aunt and all of that. So I will see you guys in my next video.